viewers, Rectangular back, this time with another haul video. Here we have a bunch of items I picked up for doing customs or making customs. First on the left from Revell Monogram we have a razor saw set. So these are a couple of saw blades that are a little bit smaller and finer, more precision than you would get out of a hacksaw blade, and a little more precise. You have a handle there, a red handle that they plug into. My friend Michael Wisman suggested that I pick up one of these for cutting things with a more precise cut, more control over your cuts. And he picked his up at Michael's, the hobby store, and so I was able to find these at my local Michael's. And always make sure you use the coupons. They have 40% off and 50% off pretty frequently. So yeah, I got that for a good deal. And same thing on the far right from Revell Monogram. You have a miter box to use in conjunction with the razor saw set. They should fit right into that miter box. The blades should fit right into that miter box, so it gives you even more control. If you have something locked into the box, you can really get a nice cut out of whatever you're making. And if you haven't checked out the Triple C podcast, we had an interview with George Navarro, aka Monster Mash, and he is a fantastic customizer, and he made some suggestions on that episode about Procreate. It's that professional sculptor's putty that you see there on the left side. And that's what he uses for sculpting hair and pretty much anything that you want to have with a little bit of give to it. It won't. It's not as brittle, or it's a lot more forgiving than, let's say, Abe's epoxy sculpt, which I've used in the past. So if I had this stuff, which I might go ahead and redo the antenna on my Giant Man using the Procreate. I was never really happy with the antenna, how they turned out, so I think this might be a much better solution. And also George recommended the Tamiya Color Acrylic Paint X20A thinner. Now, I have in the past used nail polish remover and acetone, but acetone is very strong. You have to be very careful with it. It's a very potent solvent, so I wanted to try using this stuff. Also, it's very good for thinning your paint, and yeah, so for removing paint from figures safely, George recommended using this stuff, and also for thinning your acrylic paints. This stuff's supposed to work really well. And I think I got both of those on Amazon. I can't remember what I paid for both of them, but it was probably under $10 with shipping for both, or each of them. So yeah, thank you so much, George, for those recommendations. I'll let you know how those turn out. And then the Masters brush cleaner, which is I can't remember what B&J, but actually if you just look up Masters brush cleaner, you'll find this stuff. Michael Wisman recommended this to me a while back, and it's used for cleaning your brushes, cleaning and preserving your brushes. So I invested a lot of money in the brushes that I have, and I want them to last. So I haven't used this yet. My girlfriend likes to paint, so she's used it, and so far she's pretty happy with it. So looking forward to trying it out myself. And with that, let's move on to the next set of items. Next, we have some loose figures I picked up from Facebook and eBay. First, the Lex Luthors came from a couple of different gentlemen on Facebook. Can't remember their names at the moment, but two different gentlemen in the community hooked me up after I was trying to sell the Build-A-Figure pieces, and I think both of the Build-A-Figure pieces I had already been sold, and then those gentlemen were able to find Lex Luthor, and they, I guess, just wanted the Build-A-Figure pieces and they didn't want the figures, so got really good deals on both of these guys, so that gives me 6 total now. I previously had 4 that were in the package, and got these 2 guys loose without the Build-A-Figure pieces, or collect and connect Doomsday pieces. And yeah, so very happy to get them for a good price. Don't need any more, and yeah, I'm looking forward to finally doing a display I've had in mind for a very long time. And then I got another Luke Skywalker from eBay. I think I paid I want to say like 14 shipped for him. A little bit more than I wanted to pay, but yeah, I just haven't seen him drop for a whole lot. It's kind of difficult to track him down loose. Real quick, I just wanted to show a couple of different head swaps that you can easily do with these figures. You need to heat and pop the Lex Luthor heads off the bodies, and with the Frank Castle head on the left on the old Return of Marvel Legends Punisher will pop on there without any modifications. You just need a little bit of sticky tack. So you can see it has the original peg from Lex Luthor on there, and it's just you know, just sitting on there without any modification. So there you can see the peg with a little bit of sticky tack there, and yeah, no, it's not perfect, but you know, if you don't want to modify the figure or your head, you know, it will sit on there without looking too crazy. It does sit a little bit high, so I do recommend removing the peg or modifying the peg, or removing the peg altogether, or getting a head cast. But this other Punisher head is a little big, but it does work for the most part. I don't think it looks too crazy. This one, I completely cut the peg off, and then it's just pushed down on there, sitting pretty firm in the hole. So it, you know, like I said, it's a little bit larger head, but for, you know, for the most part, it does work. So that just gives you an idea of what you can do with these guys. And with that, let's move on to the next set of items. Here we have the figures that I picked up on Force Friday. I got all these, actually no, I got 2 of these figures from Target, and 3 of them came from Amazon. So 2 of the K-2SO robots came from Target, and Jen Urso and 2 of the other K-2SO figures came from Amazon. I had pre-ordered Jen Urso, and once K2SO came up for pre-order on the Thursday before Force Friday, I pulled the trigger on 2 more, and or two of those, and then the following day on Force Friday when I got off work, I stopped by Target, and lo and behold, they had two of the K2SO figures, so I picked up two more and was able to price match with Amazon. So I got them all for 16 bucks. So pretty happy about that. I don't think I'm going to get any more. I may end up repainting a couple of the K2SO figures. A lot of people are doing that. I already have quite a few sci-fi robots, but these ones are really nice. Look like they have great articulation. All the reviews I've seen, it looks like a really solid figure, so pretty happy, and I think he's going to be probably pretty cool in the movie. I don't watch movie trailers, so I'm just anticipating that he's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to hold any of these in person yet. The Gen Urso, I'm hoping that she'll be pretty cool in the movie, but if there's nothing special about her, then I can always kit bash her into just a generic sci-fi female. But all the figures that I saw, the only ones I didn't see in person was the Death Trooper. Target had everything else, and all of them looked pretty good as far as paint apps go. The orange rings on K2SO are not painted that great on mine, and in the store I looked at the Captain Cassian figure, and he looked pretty bad. The paint was really sloppy on his neck, and on his the hood for his coat looked bad, and the goggles that sat on top of the hood looked pretty bad. So hopefully you guys will find decent ones in your area. So far it doesn't look like too many people are having a hard time picking these up, so looks like Hasbro did a pretty damn good job so far with distribution. So far my Kmarts don't have anything new, so yeah, well, that's kind of typical with Kmart. And with that, let's move on to the next set of items. Finally this week we have some figures from the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange Dormammu Build-A-Figure wave. Now you may have seen in my previous haul video that I picked up the first three starting from the left, so Enchantress, Brother Voodoo, and Iron Fist I grabbed at Target, and because I had already had a pre-order into Amazon, so my Amazon order came in. I got two more Enchantress, two more Iron Fist, and Brother Voodoo and Carl Mordo. I also ordered the Benedict Cumberbatch Doctor Strange, the movie figure, and he has been delayed twice now. It looks like he's going to be delayed a third time because he was supposed to ship yesterday. I don't know, I can only imagine that Amazon didn't anticipate and Hasbro didn't anticipate what great demand there was going to be for that figure. It's a little bit odd, but I can only speculate that because the actor is known for playing Sherlock Holmes, that a lot of people who are fans of the actor just want to collect all the figures that are made with that actor's likeness. So I don't exactly know what other explanation, but I'm just gonna have to sit and wait until my my figure finally ships from Amazon, because I got him for a good price. So yeah, the paint apps look pretty damn good on all these. I'll have to pick through my 3 Enchantress and 3 Iron Fist figures and see which one has the worst to go back to Target paint apps, but overall they all look pretty damn good. The Dormammu torsos that come with Enchantress, the paint looks a little bit spotty here and there, but other than that I think that they overall turned out pretty well. don't see too many with warped limbs in the package. So hopefully, that's not going to be an issue. And I really like the way that those green skulls that come with the Carl Mordo look. I'll probably swap those out with my my SDCC Dormammu figure. And with that, hopefully you guys like the video, you share with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and I always love hearing back from you guys, so please leave a comment below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.
That's crispy.